The problem for Maxime here is you don't know, because also at some point down the wait, what? Wait, doesn't h4 just win? What the heck? What? Oh, there we go. Here we go. Game 1 is about to start. Let's go. So we get d4 from Magnus. Now, will Maxime play a Slav, or will he go back to his patented Grunfeld, or will he play the Queen's Gambit accepted? He goes for the Queen's Gambit accepted. Yeah. Okay. Will Magnus go e4, e3, or knight f3? Three options. Three options here. So, all right, we got e3, knight f6 being played here. Okay, we get e3, e6, bishop takes c4, knight f3. Okay, all pretty standard. Magnus will either castle here or play something like a4. I could represent Japan if I wanted to. One viewer. Wait, do we have one viewer? No, we're good. We're chilling. Using edge is what I use. The reasoning behind a4 is basically to stop black from going b5 and bishop b7. So you play like knight d2, b5, bishop b2, bishop b7. Black gets a nice pawn structure, a little bit more space, and a nice scope for the bishop. So you play a4 to stop b5 and developing the bishop. I don't like this opening choice from MVL at all, by the way. I don't like the opening because Magnus is somebody who loves the isolated pawn positions here with white. So it's going to be interesting to see what Maxime does here. He has a lot less experience in these structures as well. Okay, game looks like a draw. Hard to judge what's going on here. What do we get? We got knight b4, trade rook a3. So Magnus wants to swing the rook to g3 or h3 here. He's looking to go to g3 or h3, put pressure on the kingside pawns here on g7 or h7. It's equal right now. I can't handle it. We lost time. I do apologize. I would say right now it's balanced, but I don't know if it's going to stay balanced, is what I would say. It's balanced at the moment, but we have a long way to go, and we'll see what Maxime does here. Computer wants bishop d5. I think rook c8 is also a move. One of these two moves looks most logical. I expect rook g3 though. Yeah, I expect rook g3 to guard the pawn, put pressure on g7. I mean, what is the line? Rook g3, rook d8. Computer wants bishop d2, which seems like a very hard move to play. But knight g4 also, because takes you with knight f6 with the classic fork. Apparently this is just a draw, by the way. Interesting. Hikaru, you're so smart. You lose on purpose on each. Know that players would remember that and play worse with you so that you can become world champion. You call Twitch greedy yet you run 8 to 10 ads. You do realize Twitch forces you to run ads, right? You do realize that, right? You do realize Twitch, you don't have a choice. Twitch forces ads on you whether you like it or not. Maybe you don't realize that, but they do force ads. It's not a question of not running ads. You can't not run ads. Eat it? I did eat it, yeah. Just eat it, as the saying goes, right? The most infuriating thing by far is that ads pause when you switch tabs. Oh, nice. Ads don't keep auto playing. Nice. Yeah. Okay, so Magnus still thinking here. He's kind of getting deep in the tank. This seems like a pretty good start from here, I would say, from MVL. His position's easier to play, and he's way up on the clock. So Twitch only forces you to show ads if you're affiliate or partner, I guess. Yeah. What happened with the drama of Penguin and Jocelyn? I don't know. I mean, Magnus could win this game. I mean, Maxime could win. This is a very tricky situation here. I like knight f3 from Magnus, actually, because I think rook g3, rook d8 is a little bit too hard to play positionally, and so I like knight f3. You guard the pawn. You don't yield the a file here for the black rook. Computer thinks it's just equal after rook a c8, but we have a long way to go. So let's see what Maxime is going to play here in this position. Music is loud. I think the music is good. But let's see. The problem for Maxime long term is if we get in some endgame where Magnus can hang on to the a pawn, Magnus will probably win. Magnus is eating something too. Yeah, of course. So we get rook fc8 here. Apparently not the best move because of rook c3, but nonetheless I like it. Magnus probably woke up like an hour ago. I mean, Magnus generally wakes up very late. Magnus is not somebody who wakes up in the morning. I'm very much a morning person, but Magnus is not a morning guy. I would basically say that streaming has turned me into a morning person 100%. That's what I would say. So let's see. Rook a8 played. Now it's really, really nice for MVL. He's got rook c2 here. The pawn on d4 and b2 are both very weak. Yeah, after queen b3, it looks like Magnus is well on his way to saving the game, or Maxim's well on his way to saving the game. Yeah, Maxime has to win twice. No, I'm talking about the grand final in Toronto, which is a separate event for the top 8 players in the tour, with a grand prize of $200,000 and $500,000 total prize fund. Yeah, that's why chess is so depressing. One mistake and you lose your spot. Well, welcome to chess. That's like saying, you know, if LeBron James didn't hit the shots at the buzzer every time, you know, he wouldn't have 6 championships. Same thing. I mean, if Michael Jordan didn't hit that shot against Cleveland Cavaliers when was that 1991 or something, or was that later? I mean, if Michael Jordan doesn't hit that shot against the Cavs over Craig Elo with 1 second left, Jordan never wins 6 championships, and he's just an average run-of-the-mill bum. So anyway, we get rook c1 played here. I'm joking, of course. Magnus finds rook c1, no surprise there. Bishop e4, great move, the best move for Maxime. Great move, the only move here I think that that does not lose here. But I'm still very worried about this endgame. Like takes, queen c1, check here, takes knight e5. I mean, maybe this is an easy draw for black, but problem is your bishop is dominated by the knight, and this looks a little bit scary to play, in my opinion. Hikaru looks like he likes burgers. Growing up, I love burgers. In fact, back in the old days when I was kind of fat as a kid, all the people on the internet would call me Naka Burger. So yeah. not a lot of people watch me nowadays who are aware of that, but yeah, back in the old days. But I do remember it very well, because when I was growing up, I played a lot of times on I would play a lot of tournaments in New York City, like Tuesday night, Thursday night, and after the event ended at like 11:30, my stepdad and I were heading back to White Plains because we were just outside New York City, about 40 minutes. And so we're heading back, and we'd always stop at the diner. I'd usually get like a nice bacon cheeseburger, well done, of course, with yeah, it was just so good with French fries, or freedom fries, I should say. We get knight c6 here from Maxime. We're still well within the balance. Moose Naka. Thank you, guys. Okay, we get queen d5, which is apparently a slight mistake here. Wait, but you just take, or wait, no, actually, wait, wait, this is this a draw or not? Wait, no, black's in time here. Wait, and if you go here, I'm in time. No, this doesn't work. Maxime can take. Maxime needs to not see the boogeyman. Now it is still a draw, but the key is that Maxime calculates this correctly and doesn't see the boogeyman. Because if Maxime sees John Wick here and he thinks that his king is too slow getting over, he's not going to trade on f3. But he has 2.5 minutes, so I think he will actually take on f3. It's first at 2.5, but if Maxime wins, he has to win a second match. Nah, this is a draw. This is a draw. Check. Oh wait, actually, wait a second. Is this winning? Wait a second. Wait, king d6. Is this actually winning though? Is this endgame winning? I'm not sure this is winning. Computer says a big edge. MVL is gonna have an extra pawn here, but I don't think MVL is gonna win. I think this is still a draw, but we'll see. Yeah, it's still gonna be a draw, I think, because basically I'll tell you, the only way you win here is if you can get this setup. I'm just setting it up here. Actually, wait, now let me set it up. Is if you can get something like this, but even this, I'm not sure if this is actually winning even with the king here. And I don't think you can get the king to f5 in this end game. Wait, what is Magnus doing? Wait, what the heck? Oh, he's trying to get this end game. He's trying to get this one, which is a draw because it's the wrong color pawn. I'm really confused by Magnus's play in this game. I don't know what he's doing. The big key is to trade the pawns here, because this endgame is apparently winning because you can guard long enough to get the king back. I told you guys he's taking a bribe from MVL to get to Toronto. Yeah, of course. My hot take, I thought Magnus, I mean, I'm a little confused by, thank you Blue Cosmic for the subscription. I'm a little bit confused by MVL, or not MVL, but Magnus's play, specifically playing bishop d6, because there was no, if he was wrong on the pawn trade, there's no reason to go for that. Like, I'm just surprised that Magnus didn't keep it under control. That's what I'm surprised by more than anything else. No, Maxime is gonna win here. Yeah, just run the king and start pushing the p. This is a very easy win for black. Yeah, just king d3, king e4. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm very why does it show 0-0? Because it's the first game of the match. This is shocking in game one, especially because Magnus has the white pieces. No, I don't know what Magnus was thinking. I actually think Magnus thought this endgame was winning. I think he just didn't realize that black gets over in time, because otherwise here you just go knight e5, make the draw, opposite colored bishops, and like you just go home with the opposite colored bishop, easy draw. So it's very interesting that he did this. Very, very strange to me. Okay, let's get back to the current position. Yeah, black should be winning because you're going to be able to go bishop g5, bishop e3. Yeah, you go f3 here, bishop e3, bishop g5, bishop f2, king e2 here, and then this is winning. You go here, bishop f2, here, and then I think just bishop f4, and this is also winning, I believe. Or wait, no, now the king gets to e. Wait, no, now the king gets to e4. This is Dvoretsky. Wait a second. Bishop g3. I think you go bishop d2. Yeah, bishop d2, bishop e1 is how you win. Yeah, bishop d2. Yeah, very easy, very easy. Yeah, not difficult at all. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. There we go. There we go. All right, so we're gonna be starting. There we go. Game number 2 about to begin. Let me refresh the page. Get e4, e5 from Magnus. Magnus playing the Berlin. Now this is interesting. Is Magnus playing the Berlin because he wants to just draw and get white in game 3? I don't like this from Magnus at all, because now Maxime can play castles in rook e1 or something. He'll play rook e1, and he's just going to play a small advantage end game here with 0 risk. Berlin is a very strange choice here for Magnus. I don't understand the point of this. This is a strange choice. Very, very strange choice to me. I don't know. It seems weird. Yeah, all very normal. Been played a million times, obviously. Yeah, I'm very surprised by the choice from Magnus here, considering. Oh wait, let me mute the other sound. Sorry, let me mute this. Yeah, I'm just very surprised by this. Honestly, it just seems very, shall we say, it seems a little bit odd considering Magnus lost first game. He's throwing for content. Well, the reason I don't get this is because if Magnus has no chance of winning, he's very slightly worse. If he loses this game, he's probably just going to lose this 4-game match right here. It's the exact reason actually why when I've lost the first game to Magnus with black in a couple of matches, or it's like game 3 and I have black, I intentionally don't play the Berlin, because I know this is exactly what's going to happen, where there's 0 chance of winning, and if I play correctly it'll be a draw, and if I mess up on 1 or 2 moves I'll lose the game. So that's the, and I'll lose the match. So that's why I don't like this choice here. Let's see what Maxim's gonna play here. There's like queen f5 to make the draw, queen b3 to hit the pawn on b7, or queen d1. I don't expect him to trade the queens here. You put 500 bucks on someone finding you in a video? Yes, I did. I know. Yeah, don't let money change you. Of course not, obviously. I mean, like the first 6-7 years of my life were very poor. I mean, I maybe poor is the wrong word, but like my mom had a broken down car that literally like wouldn't turn on, and she couldn't even afford to get a replacement for it. So I really like, yeah, I mean, it's everyone's different what they internalize, but I did not grow up super rich. So so I always find it fun when people like, go buy a Bugatti, go buy this, go buy that. Like, please grow up. Grow up. I mean, you buy something, you immediately lose like 50% right off. Get f6 played here, probably king f7 and h5. Minus 0.2. I mean, it still should be a draw, but nonetheless, yeah. All right, so still waiting for a move. Magnus has a slight edge after h4, knight g6. You've got this nice grip with the chain and knight f4. Still should be a draw, but I don't know why on earth you would play this with white against Magnus of all people. I don't know why you do this. I was wondering if g4 is playable, but I have a feeling after knight g7 and rook h8 you're actually creating weaknesses, and at some point if you take those rook h8 and you're gonna have weak pawns, and if you don't take, eventually Magnus is gonna make you yield the h file, and then I feel like bad stuff is happening. It's getting worse and worse. It's still probably a draw, but it's getting worse and worse. I don't know why you would ever do this in a million years. I just don't know why you would ever take a slightly worse endgame when Magnus basically said, look bro, I'm happy to make a draw after d4 and de5. So I really don't understand this at all from Maxime. I would never do this. I mean, if Maxime's goal was just be solid and make a draw, just take the draw right away. So I don't get it at all. It's just very, very bizarre. Very, very bizarre here, honestly. So we get bishop f4 being played here. How are you notified? Are you just it's just off performance? Get rook b6 here. This is a draw, but I really don't like the way MVL has played this game just in general. It feels very much like MVL has played this game not to lose, as opposed to trying to put pressure on Magnus after winning the first game. I really don't like the way he's played this. So it's still a draw, but I have some slight concerns that MVL might lose this game. Magnus got that Karen haircut. Yeah, he does. King f3, rook d2. I mean, everything's a draw here. Rook d6 draws, rook c5 draws, rook c7 probably draws too. Maybe takes and king d1, king c1. I mean, this is just very, very boring. Of course, Federer made them slow down the courts. Federer would have won many more slams if they hadn't slowed down the courts. Like the hard courts used to play so much faster than they play now, and that's specifically because Roger was too good on them. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't realize that they slowed the courts down. I mean, I assumed everyone already knew that, but apparently everyone doesn't actually know that. So okay, so the second game is a draw, so it is 1.5 in favor of Maxime as we go to the third game starting pretty soon. And with this game we get the Queen's Gambit accepted again from Maxime Vachier-Lagrave. This time Magnus plays e4, knight f3. Okay, all pretty normal so far. Let's see. Okay, this is all pretty standard so far. It's been played. This has been played a lot in recent times. I think Noterbek's been playing a lot of QGA. So is Shakra and Mamedyarov. It's an opening that's being played a lot. Even $12,000 for last place in Toronto isn't nothing. Yeah, it's a lot of money actually. A lot of money. These are Gnarls Shreddington for a 7-month resub. Thank you so much. Big moment here for Maxime. Big moment here. Goes knight f6. Okay. Of course, this is what Hikaru Nakamura had to face in Norway chess against Shakira Mamedyarov. MVL's also been playing with both sides. So there's a game that stupid streamer guy with that big ego played against Mamedyarov. I think it was a quick draw in Norway chess in like the 7th or 8th round of the event with this whole e4 f3 line. Shakira knew the line better than Hikaru did, and he was able to draw it without any difficulties. Although he would lose the Armageddon game. So All right, we got bishop e3 again, all very normal so far. Nothing super surprising. Xlam, who is stupid streamer? Yes, exactly. Yeah, yes, stupid is from New Zealand. Okay, Botrix, whatever that means. Stupid is from New Zealand. What the heck? Okay, I don't even know what that command. Okay, whatever. Okay, I don't even understand. Wait, what is that? That's pretty funny. I'm gonna try to see if I can replicate it. The only problem for Maxime is he is overplaying this opening in tournaments that, like, I don't want to say this in a negative way, but like this online tournament, like if I were Maxime, I would not be wasting my main preparation in this event versus saving it for Isle of Man, where he has a chance to qualify for the candidates if he does well. That's one thing that I don't like, is that MBL is like basically, I mean, maybe he assumes it's a crapshoot, nobody knows who's going to qualify, but he is wasting some seriously good prep in this online event where trying to qualify for the candidates should objectively matter more. But of course, you never know how the future is going to turn out. Magnus lost game one. Yeah, played a very sloppy first game. He has to go over broke, so that's also true. I mean, I guess you could argue, yeah, for if you get to the finals in Toronto, you are going to make like at least probably $25,000, which is nothing to sneeze at. I mean, it really is nothing to sneeze at. Anyway, we get d5 here. There's like d5 here. Let's see what we get. Railroad Tycoon. No, I haven't. You can take on d5, take on c3. Bishop b6 is what the computer likes. Not a move that I expect. Bishop b6 looks dubious because in the long term, what Magnus is aiming here for is an endgame where he ends up with a protected pass pawn in the center of the board. That's what he's aiming for. Yeah, bishop b6 is not an easy move to play because it looks like you're just leading yourself into a worse structure. That being said, there's so many options. Like there's b4, there's bishop c3, bishop b6, cd5. I mean, a lot of options for both sides on every turn. I expect this to come down to blitz. Someone's going to blunder in the blitz scramble here. Okay, so he takes c3, big mistake apparently. But it's a big mistake because apparently you're supposed to sack a pawn and go g4. Wow. I mean, if Magnus plays his takes and goes g4, check that ass, as we like to say. Yeah, if he takes and goes g4, that'll be pretty insane. I don't expect it. I don't expect it. Yeah, I don't expect it. If he takes and goes g4, I'll be really surprised. He's gonna do it. The only question is, will he play bishop? I mean, g4 is not a hard move. Bishop d4 is also playable, but I guess this doesn't make sense because after g4 there's bishop c. Well, I guess it hangs. Yeah, it's not clear. Let's see. Let me refresh so we get the incoming move in real time. No analysis so that we catch the move when it comes in. Is he gonna actually do it? I mean, he might do it. He's thinking long enough that he might do it. Maybe he's listening to my stream. Yeah. I mean, it's not impossible to find if you use time. I mean, because d4 is the only dangerous idea here. Yeah, it's not crazy if he uses time. I think he's gonna find it. He's using too much time. I think he's gonna find it now. I think he's gonna find it. Because basically the point is, at some point you see like g4, black can get the blockade of the pawns, black is okay. Whereas after this, basically you're going to get activity and the pawns are pushing. Black doesn't get the blockade. Let me refresh. I think he's going to find it now. The more time that Magnus uses, the more likely it is that he spots it. Or he'll play bishop f3, which is also playable too. Bishop f3 actually is knight f8. No, I think he's going to find it actually. Fedoseev won division 2. Fedoseev wins division 2. So basically Jan Nepomniachtchi will not finish in the top 8. He has been eliminated. So it's MVL or Fedoseev will qualify for Toronto. So if MVL does not beat Magnus twice today, then that means Fedoseev is in Toronto, and if MVL does not do it, then Fedoseev is in Toronto. So okay, so Nepo is eliminated. He will not be playing in Toronto. So it comes down to Maxime or Fedoseev. So yeah. Yeah, the more time Magnus uses, the more likely G4 becomes, just to be clear. But again, G6 also feels a little bit iffy because, like, you're worried. I mean, I guess it's just winning with King H1 and Rook G1, but still. Yes, I did qualify. Bishop D4 doesn't make as much sense because of Knight F8, Knight E6. Like, even this, it feels like Black is still holding. Nope, he misses it. He plays Queen C2. Okay. Yeah, you know what, Magnus? He's going for a more positional idea. He wants to put the rooks on B1 and D1, bishop on F3, and try to go after the pawns. Yeah. I mean, Magnus is better, but I get what he's angling for. He's angling for something with zero risk, where they're going to be two weak pawns. He wants to go here, and he wants to go here, and he wants to put maximum pressure on all these pawns, basically. He's human and not Detroit. I know. Yeah, Magnus is human and not Detroit. So let's see what we get here from Maxime. I did not play all the CCT events. I played only, I think, 3 events. Magnus using way too much time, though, by the way. Way too much time. He's down at 356. I think there's a good chance here that Maxime will win this game. I really do. Because I think Maxime, if he gets the right setup with the knight on E6 and G6 and, like, the bishops, he's going to be up a pawn here. At the right moment, he'll go D4. So, all right. Magnus needs to buff himself. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Yep. MVL not winning the time situation is what worries me. Oh, he goes G4 now, but apparently now it's not as good because now there's some knight C5 and you get a double A battery. Fairly dank, honestly. Fairly dank. I think MVL is going to find it, by the way. I think he's going to find this D4 because D4 is screaming to be played. You need to open up the diagonal. Yeah, it's not insane. He could also go D4 takes and knight C5 here to go knight B3, but I guess here after takes, if you do the double A battery, there's bishop F3 and your energy is gone. Do I still have world champ aspirations? If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Vita and Anish learn from your videos. What do you mean? Is there an interview where they talk about it or something? That's not surprising if they watch and they pick up certain things. I wouldn't be shocked. Here comes D4 as expected. He went for G4 but in the wrong sequence. Yeah, takes a knight C5 and I mean, oh, but he does this. Wow, but takes. I mean, it's getting very murky. I don't know what's going on. GF5 should be winning. The main thing Magnus has to do here is he cannot use too much time. Time is going to be very, very critical here. Very, very critical. Very, very critical moments. Let's see what we got. Very, very critical moment here. I hate chess at this level. Just one mistake and you lose. That's why people watch chess, because it's really it's pressure, it's sport, a lot of stuff on the line. You cannot lose your nerve. It's very, very tough. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's very, very tough. Very, very tough. Chess at the top levels is very brutal. Very brutal. Yeah, the pressure is amazing. I mean, it's not easy. It's why if you look at a lot of chess players, I mean, I think I've said this before, but for a lot of chess players, you look at them, their hair starts graying in like their early to mid 30s. And I think it's because chess is not healthy for you at the top level. It's very stressful. There are a lot of nerves. You don't feel very good about things. So yeah. Fabiano, by the way, even Fabiano, if you look closely, he has some gray hair too. And Fabi's like 32 or something. Like, he's so young. Yeah. My hair started graying in the 30s from chess and poker. Yeah. Do I have some gray hair? I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Yeah. Crag's got white hair. Good one. There's no, but I mean, balding is different from like having gray hair. I thought I thought it was different. I thought there's a big difference actually. Isn't balding because you have too much tea? Too much tea? All right. Let's see what we get. MVL should just take the pawn. I don't know why he's thinking here, actually. It's not good that he's thinking here. Probably A takes B5 has to be playing, then you want to go queen D5. But time is ticking down here. I don't know why MVL is thinking this is the only move. Why is he wasting time? You have to play this. You have to just take and hope it's okay. Because everything else, just you lose the pawn and you lose the whole house. And knight d3, apparently a blunder because now f6 is winning. Why is this winning? Probably because you start sacking. You've got bishop h5 or... I mean, again, very, very murky. This is winning with correct play from Magnus, but both players getting... I mean, Magnus is low on clock here. I mean... Yeah, this is tricky. And Magnus will win if he finds f6 and f5. Yeah, I think Magnus is going to win now because after queen d7, f5 is the only move. Like, you don't have any other moves because queen h3 just mates you immediately. So now I think there's a very good chance that Magnus wins. There's a very good chance because I think after queen d7, f5 is an only move, and so there's no way you don't play f5 after queen d7, and every other move is also just bad. Yeah, I think Magnus is going to win this game and tie it up at 1.5. Big shout out to nearly 5,000 you guys for watching on this very fine Friday afternoon. Hope you guys are having a great day. You're getting ready for a nice weekend. No more work for a couple of days, and enjoying the hype match between Magnus and Maxime. Yeah, this is I think Magnus is going to win because I think f5 is just unstoppable. And if you go bishop e4, you lose any ideas to attack. Thank you to Froxos for the subscription. Thank you so much, Froxos. Thank you so much to DV8 Plays Games for 7 months. And thank you to Lou Sack for the 7-month resub. Thank you so much. So next turn I play will be in Qatar. It'll be the Qatar Masters starting on October 10th and running till October 20th-ish. And then I will go to the Isle of Man, no women allowed, obviously, to play in the Grand Swiss tournament. Let's see, what is Maxime going to play here? Yeah, I'm just kidding, you guys. Obviously, the Grand Swiss, there will be no dogs. Yeah, it's not called the Isle of Dogs. No dogs allowed. Anyway, I'm joking, but obviously there will be a women's event alongside the Grand Swiss, so it's a joke. But anyway, who will be playing Qatar? Magnus Carlsen, the former 5-time world champion, will be playing. Not sure who else is playing, but a lot of top players. I think Anish Giri might be playing. Could be wrong. Yeah, now f5 is forced. This is what I was saying. Like, f5 is an only move here. You have to play it. That's the problem with the situation. f5 is an only move. Because otherwise, queen h3, you just resign immediately. And takes bishop h5 is not difficult. But I'm gonna look at the. I'm looking closely here at the cams. Yeah, I mean, f5 is an only move. Magnus will almost certainly play it. He's thinking. Let's see if he finds f5. I mean, I'm just looking at the cams very closely. I mean, I think there's almost no chance that he doesn't play it. Because, like, if you don't go f5, queen h3 is GG. Wow. Oh, he goes for this one to play bishop f3. Okay. Maybe this is still good. Magnus trying to, you know what Magnus is trying to go for? He's trying to find a simplified endgame where he assumes with the 3 pawns will be enough to win. That's what he's going to angle for. But he doesn't find it. He plays queen d1. Okay, b4 played. Apparently f5 is winning again. But now f5 is a much harder move to play because after takes, your bishop is on pre on d4. Yeah, now this is going to get very messy, I think. It's just a question of Magnus can get f5 in it before, like, b3, b2. Like, if somehow you could get, like, this position, just to illustrate the point, like, even here, the pawn is so close now to getting down the board. Okay, so we get queen d5, bishop f3. Let me refresh. The moves come in live. So you obviously trade again, f5, probably winning. Like, but it's hard to calculate, like, this queen g4 line. Like, this is winning, but it's... Oh, with 1 minute, this is very hard to play. Yeah, this is very, very hard to play. He's going to have to play f5, though. I think at some point he's going to have to play f5, and it's going to be winning. I mean, at some point he's going to have to go f5, and... Will I be the next Yasser? No, you guys, because I will do my time as a pro player. I will not turn into a commentator. No, I will not turn into a commentator when I'm done. I'll go tend to my garden and enjoy life. So okay, let's see what we get. You're commentating right now though. Exactly, yes, thank you. Yeah. Okay, MBL still has 2 minutes here. MBL's 2 minutes. Rook A2 is the other move. Thank you so much for sufficient material for the subscription. Thanks so much for sufficient material. Appreciate it. Thank you for the resub. So let's see. Have I ever been to Montana? Yeah, I've been to where have I been? I've been to Missoula. I've been to Missoula. That's where I've been to. When I was driving across the country like Jeff Bezos to move to Seattle, I went through Missoula. So he goes F5 now. G takes F5. Wait, this should be losing. Probably check King H8 and E6 and F7 and you lose on diag. Yeah, okay, this is winning. He's gonna have to decide which square to check on, G3 or G2. Magnus. Is E6 very simple? Because the Queen F, again, this is not simple. E6 is not simple. So Magnus is just trying to win an endgame. He's trying to, Magnus here, what he's doing is he's trying to dodge any tactics. He's trying to win an endgame. Now this probably is still winning, but it's tricky. I'm not sure Magnus is going to win this endgame. I'm really unconvinced because the knight is much trickier to deal with. Knights versus bishop and endgames are very tricky. Yeah, and he's already messed it up. Thank you so much to D's Bishops for the subscription. Yeah, Magnus has messed this up. He's been trying too hard to avoid complications in the low time situation here, and if MBL finds rook c8, he's going to draw this game. But it's still not an easy move to play. The good thing for MBL is he's got 110 and he's got the blockade on the light squares. I mean, the problem for Magnus is bishop versus knight. It's bishop versus knight here. Yeah, I think that Maxime is probably going to save this game. Magnus just got being way too tentative, trying to dodge all counterplay and go into an end game. If the match was tied, I would understand it, but down by a point, it's a little bit much. Okay, king e6, rook g7, knight d5 stops it. Yeah, knight d5, very easy. Yeah, it's gonna be a draw now. Yeah, in endgames, it's always like in low time situations, assuming there's not a clear-cut idea for the bishop, it's always better to have a knight versus the knight than a bishop. Like here, it's much better because you don't have many options. The knight moves are much more obvious. The bishop, you don't know where it belongs. There to remind me. But king f, I mean, even this is just a draw because the c2, and you get them both. Yeah, this is not even difficult. So. Okay, it's looking like we might get oh, also one cute line is here with takes where you fossilize the rook with a check. I mean, c2 rook c6 rook f8 is also an easy draw. I probably would just go c2 to force a draw. Yeah, nice move. And bishop b2, rook f8, e6, and I think knight c7. That should be the way to draw. Yeah, rook f8, e6, knight c7. Because e7 you take and the knight covers a square. Yeah, one last good move from Maxime and he'll save the game. Rook f8, yep. Yeah. No, I mean Maxime is playing well, but I feel like Magnus in this match at least he's playing very tentatively. He's playing way too tentative is what I would say. I think there's a good chance we're gonna get a match reset. Yeah. Yeah, Magnus does not look happy here, by the way. Yeah, Magnus does not look happy. In fact, honestly, you know, Magnus looks so kind of laissez-faire. He just seems kind of out of it as I'm looking at the cams. Yeah, I think he realized now that he's messed it up. Yeah, now it's just a draw. Okay, so Maxime is able to draw this, so we're gonna go to game 4. Okay, so it's a 1-point lead for Maxime heading to game 4. If Maxime draws this game, he wins the first match, but he'll still have to win a second match against Magnus in order to win the tournament. All right, here we go. We have a Hikaru Khan from Magnus Carlsen, and here we go. There we go. All right. So if they started, we get the advanced Hikaru Khan from Magnus or from Maxime. Let's see what Magnus is going to do. So Magnus has to be a loser to lose. Yeah, he has to be a loser. Exactly, yeah. Okay, we got bishop f5, e6, bishop e2 being played. a5. a5 looks like one of those weird moves that this looks like one of these weird moves that you play randomly. I don't understand this at all. Yeah, this looks like something that Hikaru would do. You just push P on the edge of the board for no good reason, like out of anger. Yeah, this looks very suspicious. Yeah, maybe this is some computer line is possible, but it looks very suspicious. Yeah, it does not look right. Let's put it that way. It's a Kasparov move, could be. Yeah, but everyone in losers brackets already lost a match. Magnus has not lost a match, so a reset makes sense. Disrespectful speedrun, yeah, exactly. I guess the whole point is Magnus wants to go knight b6 and knight e7, and the pawn on a4 will stop white from playing a4. Also, like, white would have to go a3 in order to retreat the bishop on this diagonal, and now maybe the pawn on a4 is good. MVL will win the tournament. I mean, I think I'd still say it's pretty unlikely, but certainly a win here will do wonders for his confidence. But that being said, beating Magnus in a second match as well is pretty tough. But I'm not like I'm gonna be honest, I don't like this position for Maxime already, just because even though computer likes it, it doesn't feel like they're obvious ideas. These black knights are very, very well positioned here. These knights very well positioned. Castle, some pressure on the queen side potentially. I don't love this position also because, wow, he finds it. Not bad. I was worried that Maxime would see the pawn hanging on d4 and see the boogeyman, but of course there is queen g4 to hit the knight and the pawn. So good stuff from Maxime. Good stuff. I'm liking it. He still won all the ones where you won. He didn't play he did not play the one that Noterbeck won. When he played Noterbeck in the following event, it was a very ugly mismatch. He just dominated Noterbeck. So I think other than the one against me, he's won them all. Exactly. Yeah. See what Magnus does here, because he's gonna have to use his time and try to come up with something. I mean, I'm wondering if you can just castle and ignore it, but I feel like in this endgame with the double pawns and like queen f3 and rook d1, feels like white should be better here, objectively. That's what it feels like. Rhythm of my life. Computer wants knight e3 and castles. Scary to play like this just because after bishop c2 and queen d3 you're getting the double A battery. Let's see what we got. Castles is the top engine move, really? Okay. No, I mean, I think MVL is just filling the rhythm. Things have been going well for him, and frankly, after literally, like, I would say 3 years of just like nothing but bad results, one bad result after another one, it is good to see him playing well, because MVL's literally had 3 years of just disastrous results. His rating's gone from like 2780 to 2730. He has not done well in the online events, so I mean, it is good to see him doing well. Why is his elo dropping? Because he's just been playing bad chess for the last 3 years. That's why. But as we like to say, as the old saying goes, form is temporary, class is permanent. So you know, it's like expecting MVL to always just to suddenly forget how to play chess and never be competitive. I think it's a little bit much. How many times has a losers bracket even won one of the first 2 matches? I might be the only one. Like, I might be the only one from the losers who's forced even a second match. Maybe. I'm not sure. Is MVL too focused on his lucrative career? No, I think if I were to give you guys a general read, I think for MVL the problem has been he's lacking motivation. It's like you're not really sure what you're playing for, where you're aiming. He also, I think, has a pretty lucrative contract with Immortal Game, the French NFT chess, whatever you want to call it. So I think it's like struggling to find motivation, just going through the rhythm, going through the motions, and I think it's just been pretty tough for him. That's my general read of the situation. But he is playing well, which is it is great to see. It's really, really good to see that he's playing well. I expect the h5 here because otherwise h4 h5 just ends the game immediately. Modern, he could have played too. True. Yeah. b4 is the best move here for white. Yeah, it's a hard move to play though. The problem for Maxime here is you don't know, because also at some point down the wait, what? Wait, doesn't h4 just win? What the heck? What? Wait, what's going on? Wait, now I'm actually confused. Is Magnus just throwing this game? Like, what am I missing here? I don't understand. How is this not just winning? Queen d2 takes. I mean, even this has to be better for white. Yeah, I'm just actually confused. Magnus doesn't want any Russians in the top 8. Magnus wants to win though. I don't think Magnus would do that. No, but I mean, this doesn't even do anything. Knight e4, like, it doesn't matter. I can just repeat. Even if white is technically winning, you just repeat, because a draw is fine to win the match. I don't understand this at all. Yeah, I'm really confused by this from Magnus. Yeah, but the problem is after takes knight e4, what do you do? Yeah, like after knight e4, I mean, you take the draw even. No, MVL does not qualify. No, MVL has to win the second match too. Okay, well, I guess we're going to be here for another 2 hours, you guys. So buckle up and fasten your seatbelts, because this is going to go on for another 2 hours. Even rook takes b2 is fine, because you have to force a draw. Even rook takes b2 is completely fine here. Yeah, even I would just take the pawn if I'm Maxime. Yeah, you can just take, because even if it throws away the advantage, a draw is enough. Because they have to play a reset. There's going to be a new match now, new 2-game match. Yeah, I honestly, if I were MVL, I would just take the pawn on b2. Knight e4 works as well, but you don't need to win the game. That's the whole point. You don't even need to win the game, so just make the draw. Yeah, very, very strange from Magnus. Yeah. I love it from MVL. He just takes the pawn. Okay, boys, we're going to the reset. Yeah, I love it. Rook takes b2. Horrible blunder, throws away the advantage, but you don't need to win here. Yeah, I don't know what's with Magnus. This game, I mean, I'm just super confused. Maybe, yeah, you think Magnus just he wants to get it over with and play more? Yeah. Yeah, okay. We're gonna get a reset. Yeah. All right.